I've got my Christmas jumper on especially, so let's do this. So Doctor Who and Christmas are sort of synonymous with each other at this point. You just expect to sit down and watch Doctor Who on Christmas. So I thought, what better time than now to just rank them from worst to best. This should be fun. Just before I start, I've not put the end of time on this list just because I feel like it's sort of hard to rank with the rest of the Christmas specials. I don't know why it is. I don't know if it's because the second part was New Year's Day and there's certain Christmas things going on for sure, but for some reason I feel like it's hard to place in just the specific Christmas list. I don't know why, but I've left it out anyway because I didn't know where to put it. Sorry. And when I was thinking of where each special was going when I was planning this video, I just forgot about The Husband's a River Song and Last Christmas. Whether that's a reflection on the quality of them, we'll find out. Okay, so at number 10 is probably a controversial choice, but it's there anyway, so I apologise to the people I will offend by saying this, but I just don't like it. So the Snowmen, I think, is horrific. I hate it so much, and I'm not going to talk about it that much because I'm going to try and fly through and not be as negative and talk more about the positives in the later ones, but I just really don't think it's good at all. The only good thing in it is the TARDIS opening. I think that is absolutely amazing. The shot's so good, but I just really don't like the episode. Maybe I'll do a review on it one day so I can give you an explanation, but it's just not very good. Okay, number 9 is probably most people's worst. It's The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe. Now, this could have been bottom, but this doesn't annoy me as much as The Snowmen does. This is just really bad. As much as I love Claire Skinner, I think she was completely miscast. The story's poor. I just don't get what they were going for with this. There's a couple of good things. I actually quite like the directing in it. The episode looks pretty good. And the young girl is probably the best thing about the episode. Can't say the same about the young boy though. So yeah, it's just not good. Number 8 is The Husband's a River Song. Now this one's sort of irreplaceable with the next one on this list. I could have put them either or on the position that they're in. But the reason this one is further down is because it's just not very good. I've said that. I just keep saying that, don't I? It's just not very good. But it's a much better improvement on the other two. But especially if you don't like River Song. But, you know, a story should have ended ages ago. Capaldi's great in it. Alex Kingston, to her credit, is good. And Greg Davis is really good in this, I will say. He's having a lot of fun. It is enjoyable, but it's still not a high quality episode. Number 7 is Last Christmas. Now, Last Christmas's main problem is it's just a bit meh. What do you think of Last Christmas? Meh. I actually like this a lot better on a second viewing. I didn't really like it that much when I originally watched it at Christmas, but when I rewatched it again, it was actually a lot better than I thought it was. It's still not great, but it's better than what I remembered. Nick Frost is wasted though, because he's really good as Santa. But there's just nothing there to the episode. Again, it's not horrific, it's just not great. Number 6 is The Time of the Doctor. Now I've put this here and not in the next place because it should have been great and it wasn't. And that's why I put it here. Moffat just gave himself too much to do. Like, really too much to do. It's like he had this mentality of getting rid of the last regeneration story, whereas that shouldn't be something to just get rid of and push past. That should be something that's built on over time and like a main arc for that Doctor, knowing that he's on his last regeneration and he could die. That should be like a main through point for like 3 series. Build and build and build. So then when he thinks he's going to die, it should be amazing and not. You find out at the start of the episode and at the end of the episode, he's got the regenerations. So let alone that, he had to do all the silent stuff, and it just had too much to do. As much as I loved the last 15 odd minutes, the rest of the episode, just a bit of a hodgepodge. As much as I don't like to say it, it's got to go in number 6. Number 5 is The Next Doctor. Now, this one seems to just float away and float over people's heads. Not a lot of people remember it when you're talking about Christmas specials. And the reason it's here is because this is where it starts to progress into good. And I think The Next Doctor is good. It's not amazing, let me just say that, but it is very good. It's just a nice, enjoyable time watching something at Christmas. And to be fair, David Morrissey is very good. Like, well done, sir. It's got a weird tone to it, but at the end of the day, it's a good Christmas special. Number 4 is The Runaway Bride. Now, I remember watching this for the first time. No, I remember watching a clip of this at my nan's house on Paul O'Grady, I think. And it was the car chase with the taxi and the TARDIS. And it's like, jump! And I remember it so vividly watching the clip. So very nice memories of this one. And it's just a fun episode, I think. It's when they're going down like the long hall on like the segways and they just start laughing. It just makes me happy. So the story's still not great, but most stories aren't great in Christmas specials and Doctor Who, let's be honest. But I just like watching this episode. And some people don't like Catherine Tate's performance in The Runaway Bride, but I think it's great. I like what they were going for. And yeah, good episode. Ooh, we're in top 3 territory now, guys. Number 3 is Christmas Invasion. Now, this is a very strange episode when you think about it, because it's David's first episode as the Doctor. And it's basically a Dr. Light episode. He's barely in it until the end. Very strange, but I think it worked well, because what Russell did with this was he focused on Rose and Mickey and the family and just peppered the Doctor in throughout until the very end. You're being put in familiar situations, so when the Doctor does finally show up, you accept him as the Doctor. That's how I feel looking back at it anyway. And with it being the first Christmas special, it's quite well done. There's a lot of Christmas. There's a killer tree. What more could you ask for? And if you know your Christmas specials, you'll know that the only 2 left are Christmas Carol and Voyage of the Damned. Drum roll, maestro! Second place, Voyage of the Damned. Now, this isn't even the most Christmassy special that Doctor Who's ever done, but for some reason, in my mind, it's just quintessential British viewing. You just know when that's on, you just should be sitting down with your family and watching that. And it's pretty epic compared to most other Christmas specials. It's basically like a disaster movie, but done with Doctor Who. And David's really good. The cast in that episode is very good. I'd just say it's perfect Christmas viewing. So go watch The Voyage of the Damned if you haven't watched it in ages. Go do it. Do it now. Which means in first place and hold the coveted trophy of Best Doctor Who Christmas Special. And I will argue with people about this for days if I need to. And that's A Christmas Carol. Now, I'd say this is the only good Moffat Christmas special, and it's at the top of my list. What a crazy world we live in, eh? But this is just such a good story. It really is. The acting, the story, the music, everything goes together. And it's such a brilliant episode. I can't speak highly enough of this episode. It's so good. Matt Smith's performance in it is such an odd one. It's great because it's like he's in between how he plays the Doctor in Series 5 and Series 6. He's in the middle of it. And it's such a good performance from him, seeing his Doctor grow. Michael Gambon is great in this. The story and the emotion it can get out of you, this story. And listen, there's flying fish. Get it on. Watch it now. Watch it with your family. Enjoy. It's so good. It's such a good episode. I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like this episode isn't rated as highly with other people. But for me, it's just so good. So if you haven't watched it in a while and you think it's a bit meh, watch it again because seriously, it's really good. And just before I finish this video, there seems to be a bit of negativity around Doctor Who at the moment. I think a bit is an understatement, but going into the return of Doctor Mysterio, right? Let's just try and not be negative as much as we can. Because for me, as much as I'm not looking forward to this episode, I always get excited for Doctor Who. Even if I'm not looking forward to it, I'll get excited for when an episode's on. And it's Christmas. I can feel myself getting more and more excited just because I know I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be excited when I watch the episode. And if I don't like the episode, I don't like the episode. And if you like the episode, let's talk about it. Let's not be angry. Let's talk about why I didn't and why you did, and just have a good time, because there's a lot of negativity in the Doctor Who fandom right now. So even if you don't like the show at the moment, let's just talk about it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, as always. And I'll be back soon with another video. What that will be, you'll have to wait and see. Yay! Anyway, see you next time. And a Merry Christmas to you all.